welcome to another episode with Jen Loves Yarn. This is episode number 11. It is all things Advent today, and I am so looking forward to the Advent season. It is something that I really enjoy participating in every year. I really love an awesome Advent. I love knitting them up. I enjoy just everything about it. I will not be vlogging this year. However, I do plan to come to you each of the 4 Advent Sundays in the month of December, and it's a plan. I may make some, I may not, but nonetheless, I will get here when I can to share any progress with you and my Advents. That said, many of the knits that you've seen in podcasts gone by are going on pause or on hold right now, with one exception. I'll get to that in a minute. But what I thought we could do is just start today's chat with a little bit of what I finished and the one project that will remain a steady throughout the month of December, even though it's not an Advent. But let's start with what I'm wearing. This is the Inga sweater by Lena Holmes Samso. She also known as Le Knit. And I knit this out of the recommended yarns. The Issair, I don't know the colors off the top. They are actually numbers, not colorway names. But I used the recommended yarns because I couldn't decide if I really loved the sweater and the pattern, or if I was really attracted to the colors or the combination of the two. So I did end up, this is one of the only sweaters I have where I have knit it in the recommended yarns. And it is lovely. I've gotten a lot of wear out of this. I finished it earlier this year. It made its debut on my Italy trip to the Mayak retreat with the grocery girls. And it has just been, I've been waiting for cold weather so that I could get it out and wear it again. But a really fun knit. Some of the details, I really love the rolled turtleneck and the way that the pattern continues throughout the raglan shaping. So really fun. It just reminds me of being cozied up by a fire and in a ski lodge. I don't know why I don't ski, but it is just a super fun piece, and I really enjoyed making it, and I really love wearing it. So that's what I'm wearing. Let's start with FOs. So I did get my November Farmer's Daughters Fibers socks completed. They are 64 stitches on a US 1.5. I did about 20, maybe 15 or 20 rounds of, actually it was 20 rounds of 2x2 ribbing. And these are just a vanilla sock. Now, I know you're probably like, no, there's not. There's a pattern there. And there is. But there is no pattern for this, as I adapted the Rough Road Hats pattern that I was currently working on, or that I was working on at the time, to this sock pattern. So just a little adaptive playing around with something that I already had in my head and for the hat, and that I would apply to the sock. So these are ready to get blocked. They are fresh off the needles and ready to get blocked. If you don't belong to a subscription and you're interested in one, I highly recommend the Farmer's Daughters Fiber Sock Squad. Their inspo for next year and all the color is really amazing. I've upped my subscription for next year, but they are very affordable, really wonderful yarn, and super great colorways always. So yeah, they would be something to consider. Another one of my subscriptions I really love is Freckled Whimsy, Pearls and Pines, Hummingbird Yarn Co., the Knitted Butterfly. I'm just keeping them all consistent because I really have found the ones that I really enjoy. So those are some, maybe you can ask for a subscription for Christmas, and it'll be the gift that keeps on giving. And I shouldn't say Christmas, holidays, whatever you believe, whatever you celebrate. But, you know, if you were in the gift receiving business this year, it might be a good idea to ask for a subscription. And it will give throughout 2026. The other finished object since we last met, I think I mentioned to you, I had knit the Rough Road hat, and I had just enough yarn left that, and it's a beautiful cashmere. It feels luxurious. But this is the Woolen Affair colorway from Magpie Fibers, and it's holding their swanky sock and plume bases together. So it's incredibly soft, and these will go well with my hat. I think I told you last time that I was going to knit some fingerless mitts, and I did. Fingerless mitts always fly off the needles, especially when they're like DK weightish, which this was, holding double. The mitts that I chose are a free pattern on Ravelry. They are called the Friends. I think it's just Friends mitts. And they're by Danny Sunshine. And it's a really great pattern. Just super simple. Ribbon goes deep. Yeah. So yeah. I am looking forward to wearing these now with my hats. Those are all of the FOs for today. I do want to share, there is a WIP that I am test knitting for Brienne Moody. It is the cardigan version of the Happy Camp sweater. And I am using the Natural Sister in Cloud 9 along with Lavender Lune. And I don't have the brown color with me, but it's the same base, and you'll get the gist in a minute. So this project I will continue knitting on because it is the test knit for Brienne Moody. And here it is. So last time we met, I was here, and I wasn't quite sure about the green and how it was showing up on this base, but I did leave you saying I was going to play a little more, like go a little further and see what I thought, and I love it. So this will look spectacular. I mean, it already looks fantastic, but it will look really great when blocked. I did end up going with a brown, just runs right through the middle of those flowers. And then here in the front is the steek. And I've never done a steek before. I am super excited to steek it. I have put in some waste yarn. These will eventually be afterthought pockets. And I have I put a marker in, nope. Yeah, right here, you can barely see it. So these are my beginning around markers, but I put this one in, and I need to knit 2 1/4, it's like 2 1/8 inches from this marker in the Beautiful Sister and Natural Sister colorway, Cloud 9, before I am done with the steek and split the front and back. So making wonderful progress, really enjoying the knit. The yarn is amazing. And I can't remember, did I say this is Sam of Lavender Lune? So I made another sweater out of this and had the brown in it and some other colors. I'll put a picture in so you can see. But these were remnants, and I thought, why not use them? And it's looking fabulous. Let me show you the back. It is looking really good. So I will continue to work on this throughout the month of December as a priority, given my commitment to Brienne and my desire to knit it. It's so much fun. It's hard to put down. So really enjoying this one, and we'll keep this one up throughout the holiday season. I am holding this in Tanny Casey bag. I know you're surprised. Can't believe it. But yeah, another Tanny Casey bag. And I love this one. I have had this for years. It is one of a few holiday project bags in my collection, but I just love it. So got this one out right away and got everything transferred into it after the last episode. All right, so I'll bring progress back on that one. And I do want to finish, before we get into Advent, I just want to finish out with some stash enhancements. So let's start with you remember the blanket. I'm not going to get it out and go over it. We've been over it before. If you want to see what it looks like, go back to the last episode. But I did get the December Wednesday Freckled Whimsy Serendipity DK Club. I have it wound, it's ready to go, and this project is going to go on hold for the holiday season, and if I get to it, I get to it. If I don't, that's okay too, no pressure there. But I did want to have these wound so that they're ready to go in the event that I have some time to pick up and grab it. But yeah. So that is a stash enhancement number one. I also got the Christmas Club from the Freckled Whimsy. And it's just beautiful. It has, look at those blues and greens. I very, very much want socks out of this. Christmas socks. It's on the docket. Is it going to happen? I don't know. There's a lot of knitting to do this holiday season. So I'll show you with the Advents kind of what else I'm going to get into. And if I have time, I'll layer that in. And if not, that's okay too. So you all remember my, well, maybe you do, maybe you don't. Maybe you're new here. And if you're new here, welcome. I knit the Outline Raglan by Jessie May. And I knit it out of Frankie Gray fibers. It is a woolen linen blend. And it was such an amazing yarn to work with. I thought to myself one day, like, what if I never get to knit with that again? Like, I was wearing it and just admiring how soft it was and what a great knit it was. And I was like, what if I never get to knit with that again? That would be sad. So I bought some more. I got 2 sweater quantities, 1 sweater quantity in Spruce and 1 sweater quantity in Midnight. And I've been asked, like, well, how do you buy without a pattern in mind? Like, how do you know what to get, how much yardage to get? And the answer is relative, right? We're all different sizes, the yarn is different weights, and so I just have written down over the years what with some of my sweaters, pullovers, cardigans, and different weights, what yardage. So I know in a DK that I will have ample for my size if I get 5 hanks, and that is with room for leftovers. So I got 5 of each of these, and they are going in the stash, and I will enjoy knitting these at some point. But this base is the extra fine merino linen DK. It's 80% extra fine merino and 20% linen, and it is phenomenal. So happy holidays to me. All right, let's get right into the Advent. So the first Advent is being held in this beautiful bag by Renee of Chop Shop Stitch, easy for me to say. This is my Freckled Whimsy Serendipity DK Advent. And I am gonna wind this up when we are done here today. But in preparation for a cast on tomorrow, I have 2 cuffs out of the mini. So I am doing the electric slide pattern, and I am doing these 2 at a time. And let me show you the electric slide pattern, because I knit the electric slide pattern last year out of Carrie's Freckled Whimsies Advent. And here it is. So I thought, wouldn't it be fun to do the same this year? And I would have each year's colorway in the electric slide socks. And it's just a super, super fun pattern. So you have this, this wrap that happens with every color change. I'm going to do the same thing this year with the heel in this cream color, and the same pattern. So that'll be a ton of fun. Can't wait to show you progress on these as we go. So that is one Advent, and I'm just going to show you these in order of the ones that I am actually going to knit throughout the season, and then I'll show you I have 3 Advents that I'm just going to open throughout the season. So the next one that I'm going to knit is Michelle of Woolens and Nosh, and this is a fingering weight. I am not going to knit these 2 at a time, but I am going to knit them in tandem. So I'll get this cuff cast on and ready to go, hopefully tonight, and then get this one cast on and complete so that on Monday I am ready to go to start each of the color stripes. And I intend to do the heel toe do-si-do pattern by Kay Litton, the Crazy Sock Lady. So those will be fun, and I'll bring progress of those as we go. And then I am going to do one Advent garment knit. And it is going to be out of the Chelsea Luxe Advent. She is my rock steady. I get hers every single year. I have for 4 years now. So yeah, I love all of her extra details. I am holding this one. I had a pile of stuff and things have rolled off. I'm holding this in another beautiful vintage Tanny Casey bag that I love. Inside are just all of the packages. So if you're, sometimes I get asked, like, I don't understand this whole Advent thing. So a yarn Advent is just like other traditional Advents. You open something each day. Remember when you were young, you might have poked your finger through the milk chocolate window to get the candy for the day. Similar concept. Each day is a mini hank of yarn, typically 20 grams, depending on the weight you choose. So this Chelsea Luxe is a fingering weight. And I am going to be making the Radvent by Amba O'Brien. The Radvent has been in my on my wish list for several years. My challenge with it is you don't know getting into your Advent whether or not it's going to be cohesive. What do I mean by that? Like, is it going to be, are the colors going to be really, really distinct from one another to the extent that they're choppy and don't look cohesive? So I decided this year I didn't care. I need a little fun in my life on the playing around with yarn front. So I am doing the main color, green. This is Pearl Soho Linen Quill in the colorway Fresh Pickle. And what I will do, you work this from cuff to center of back on one side, cuff to center of back on the other side, and then you seam them and do the ribbing and finishing in this main color. My current plan, because I don't want them to be, I don't want it to just look super choppy, like, oh, I switched the yarn. So my plan is to take this, I have about 4 hanks of this, so I have plenty to carry out this plan. But I think what I'll do is come in and instead of knitting X number of rounds in all one colorway and then blocking it out and going to the next colorway and so forth, I think what I'll do is sort of an every other color situation, every other row situation or round. So I'll start with my Advent tomorrow and then maybe 2 rounds of that, 1 round of this. Not really sure how I'm going to do it yet, but I will be carrying the green throughout so that it looks like a more cohesive piece than just a color blocked version. I have plenty of scrappy garments in my wardrobe, and when they don't flow or fade or have some sort of cohesion to them, I don't reach for them. I don't end up wearing them as often. So that is what I intend to do with the Chelsea Luxe Advent. There were lots of extras in Chelsea's Advent, as always. So this cute little bag, and inside are cookies and candles, and she's just really does a really great job with all of the extras. So that will be really fun. I'm looking forward to sharing my progress with you on that one. And then the last one that I will be knitting on during the holiday season, so that'll be 4. 2 socks, a DK fingering, the Radvent cardigan, and I'm holding this one in my Indie Untangled bag from this year. And this is the Fiber Genie ABBA Advent. So for all you ABBA fans, she put in some song Pictionary, and her goodies were super awesome. Chamomile tea, honey, some quinoa crisps, some rice cakes with, with a drizzle on them. So really much healthier options than cookies and other sweets, although she did mix some of those in there too. But I was very grateful that they were a little more health conscious. So that is, those are her goodies. It comes with a Christmas day hank as well, full-size hank. There are other wonderful goodies in here. I love this bag. It's amazing. So we've got a Chop Shop Stitch. So this bag by Renee. Renee also made these for Jeannie, and they're wonderful. So inside, I haven't even looked in here yet. So inside, oh, and Jeannie makes the best hand balm. It's got some confetti in it, but the Abba Cadabra, cute. And it's a little twist on. Oh, it smells amazing. Butter balm. Yep, it smells like butter. So there's a butter balm in there, a sticker, and some scissors. Fun, a disco globe. Measuring tape, and oh, how cute is this? You can dance, ABBA, and look at those stitch markers. The boot. Oh, so fun. All right, well, I will use those on this project for sure, but this is a really wonderful little notions pouch. Well done, Renee. All right, Jeannie, way to find all the things. They're fun. So this is a bag by Delphina, and I love the size. I'm going to try to give it a little structure here so you can see the size of it. It zips on the top, has a little, I find myself using this one on the walking pad and out in the woods a fair amount, even not when it's not in season. Jeannie did something pretty cool with her Advent this year, something I haven't seen done before, and that was that she sent us the first Advent mini over the summer. So a little teaser for us, and man, is it cute. So I am going to show you the day one Advent. We've all had it for several months. If you don't want to see it and you're truly waiting until the first, well, look away. But here it is. Let me see, we're getting blown out. There we go. That's so pretty. So I have started my project. I am making the bubble cowl by Stephen West, and it calls for an I-cord to start. So I have started it. Have had the mini, and decided this was just some good prep to do in advance. So can't wait to show you my progress on that one. That one is going to be fun. There's a cowl version, an infinity cowl version, and then there's a hooded cowl version, and I am doing the hooded version. So it starts thin and gets thicker so that it comes up and covers your head, and that will be really great on those days when it is blistery out. So that is my Fiber Genie Advents. Let me do a quick assessment. So I have 4 more Advents that I am not going to be knitting on this season, but that I will be opening and showing you as we go. One of those I don't have with me today. So Pearls and Pines, Angie of the Yarn Cabin, she did go ahead and put together a sock Advent this year, which I purchased. She kicked it off yesterday with a wonderful tea and breakfast. It was just really a way to kick it off for us to get our Advents and kind of just all, sit together. So I unfortunately was not able to make it, but it looks like everybody had a wonderful time, and I will catch up with Angie very soon, I'm sure, to pick up my Advent from her. So that's one I will show you in a future Advent episode. The 3 other Advents I have no intentions with at this time. The first one is Only Murders in the Advent. Getting a little glare there. It is a half of an Advent, so it's 1 through 12, so December 1st through the 12th versus the full 24. And it also comes with a bigger hank. So I'm going to open these on the day that they're intended, even though I'm not making anything out of them. And when I do that with an Advent, I tend to just put it on barber cord. And I'll show you kind of what I do. I hang them throughout my craft room because who doesn't want to look at pretty yarn? So that is one I'll share as we go. And another is the Skein Yarn Shop in Rhode Island. They do, Justine and Lori, hey ladies if you're watching, they put together a really amazing scrappy yarn swap, and you get a partner, and mine was Shayla. She's in California, and we exchanged advents, and she just did, it came in this box, and she just did a beautiful, beautiful job of curating it. So each of the little hanks are, I'll just get one out for example. Yeah, here's one. I mean, it's not number one, but here is one of them. So this is day number 22, and it is a little mini. So I will get to open these as we go. And I'll be doing the same thing as with the others and just putting it on barber cords and figuring out what to do with it later. So thank you, Shayla. I hope you enjoy yours. And the last advent, but certainly not least, is from my girl, the Knitted Butterfly, the amazing Jessica. So she has packaged this just so cute. And her advent is a bit different. So keep in mind, if you're not familiar with the Knitted Butterfly, Jessica does notions, pearl stitch markers and stitch stoppers. And well, she, in her subscription, she has stitch stoppers, but she does progress keepers, stitch markers. And in her monthly subscription box, she collabs with indie dyers. So you get the yarn, the notions, and lots of other really amazing goodies. She's another one you should check out her subscription for next year, which that reminds me, I need to re-up that subscription. I'll do that later. So hers looks a little different. With ours, we got a gluten-free cookie, and she shows you on this, what I'm calling the bingo card, but she shows you each day. So all the butterflies represent notions from the Knitted Butterfly. And then there, on other days, there are makers she's collabing with. So there's yarn from the Fiber Genie, from Arkansas Yarn Co., from Lavender Lune, and there's some pottery, and the Hummingbird Yarn Co., Sister Weekend Yarn Co. So it's goodies from all of these makers. That's what I love, is that it's not just from, you know, one maker. It is, you get a little bit of a taste of everything. So Jess, you did amazing. There's the gluten-free cookie, and I am going to dig into that today because, look how cute it is. Just because I can. So I'll dig into that. This is day number 1, and then each of the subsequent days with some super fun stuff. Jess, you just did a beautiful job curating this. I cannot wait to dig into it day by day. So my plan for the remainder of the Advent season, as mentioned, is to come to you each of the 4 Sundays of Advent. I will be sharing with you what I have opened for the week, progress I've made on the knits, my Advent knits, and I will also have some vlog footage. It will just be a compilation, if you will, of the things that have occurred and happened over the course of the week. And yeah, so again, that's my plan, and I'll do my best to make that happen. The other thing I'm really looking forward to is we have 2 local yarn shops in Bemidji. We have Angie, who owns the Yarn Cabin, and then we have 2 lovely ladies who own Fiddlesticks. And the 2 yarn shops are coming together in the spirit of community this year to do a season of stitches make-along for charity knits. And so you can participate in that near or far, any of the knits that you want to contribute to these charitable organizations and I say these, there are a variety and they're online, but you can send anything that you want to make and contribute to Angie at the Yarn Cabin, and she will ensure that it gets included in the donation. So what I've done, how it's going to work is you can participate from near or far, obviously sending things in as just mentioned. You can also go to Fiddlesticks on December 12th. It's a Friday, and they will host the cozy and snacks, and you bring your yarn, needles, and whatever you're making. They have put together a bundle of free patterns that you can work through. They're quick knits, chunky yarn, things like that. I plan on going December 12th, and on December 19th is when it will be at the Yarn Cabin. I intend to go to both, and I have my bag packed. So this is the Indie Untangled bag from last year, 2024. And I've gone through my stash, and I have included, excuse me, I've included yarn that I can use to make chunky hats, mitts. So I'm going to knit every day a little bit for charity, and then the 2 full days through community service at the yarn shops. And those are the yarns that I'll be using. So hopefully you'll join us locally, and if not, hopefully you will. If you have any items that you can send them to Angie, and I'll put her address in the comments below. That's a lot, and it looks like a bomb went off in here. So I am going to wrap for today and finish putting my ribbing, all of the ribs, so much ribbing. That was so much ribbing, I had to break it up. But I've finished my ribbing on some of my projects so that tomorrow for Advent, I am all set to go. I wish you the happiest Advent season. I hope that you make things that bring you joy and participate in things with your family and friends that make you happy and that bring joy and spread cheer. That is such an important part of the season. And with that, I'll just leave you with make what brings you joy, and I will see you next week. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for being loyal. Thanks for hanging out in the comments, liking, subscribing, all of the things. You all make my day every time. Take care. Be well. Talk soon.